First big art show. I've been painting, creating mixed media, and all sorts of beautiful things in my eyes for about 2.5 years. It all happened when I got laid off when I was pregnant, 4.5 months pregnant. But I took the whole experience in a total different way. I was blessed enough that things were not too bad financially, that I definitely thought I was not going to go back to work. So I took the time to just explore my artsy side, my creative side that was always there. And I had created this beautiful, in my eyes, entire new world in a creative way. So that's a little bit about me. And I wanted to talk to you about this art show because there was a lot of things that happened that I definitely learned, and I wanted to share with you. Because in case you haven't done an art show, or you have, but you still haven't done some of the things that I did, I wanted to share them with you. To begin with, I'm going to talk to you about prints. If you don't do this, then you should start. You should take pictures, good pictures of everything that you do. If you make small paintings, you can definitely scan those, and the quality is definitely much better. And you can do all sorts of things with that. You could buy mats, mount them. You can start with just printing out some good pictures. You can use like places like Walmart Photo Studio, which is pretty inexpensive, and that's a way to make prints. I will tell you that in my experience, prints didn't sell too much in this big art show, but in other small shows that I've done, like schools and fall fling festivals that the schools do, that sometimes you don't even have to pay for them. Other times you just pay $25. Things like that, it sells. Usually my prints sell for like gifts for teachers for the Christmas time and things like that. So prints is definitely a way to go. And I will be making a little class that I will charge very little for, to explain in details the process of making a print. And I will share that with you guys. The other thing that I wanted to tell you, I don't know if you know this or not, but I didn't, and this was one of the lessons that I learned. When you buy a tent, just a white canopy tent, the 10 by 10s that are usually the ones required for art shows, you need to weigh those down. Because of the wind, they can blow away. I actually seen it, and it's not a good picture. So for that, you can use sandbags. What I did, since I didn't know about it, I bought buckets, and I filled them up with sand, and then I tied them down with a pink rope. So it was kind of cute, but I definitely think that I will paint those buckets and like maybe write little sentiments, or even the name of your company, that in my case would be La Fiore Vida. Or like you can even wrap them with nice paper. So that's another tip that I wanted to give you. And sorry, I'm trying to read my notes in here. Okay. Another thing that I did it was a really big hit. I used furniture from my studio. I had a chest that I opened all the drawers, stuffed them with tissue, and put all my paintings standing up in it. It was really very cute. I brought my own shelves, tables that I have in my studio. You do not have to spend a lot of money, I'm telling you, for a cute setup. What I did is that I had a big table that has been with me for 10 years, has been my desk, my craft table, everything. And I painted it a bright pink, and I covered it with a blanket. Blankets that I actually found at the thrift store. They were black and white, and I just tied them up with a knot underneath the table, and it was really cute. Not only can you hide underneath the table your boxes and your supplies and the stuff that you have brought with you, and that was really good, and it was really cheap. Another thing that I did that I was very excited about, I live in a 1920s house, and when we remodeled the room for my little boy, we took the closet doors out and put like curtains. So for 3 years the closet doors have been like hiding in my attic, and I got them out, cleaned them up, and spray paint them with a bright pink, and I used nails to hang my paintings in it. And it was really cute, and a very good way to actually just hang your paintings. Another thing that you should be aware of is that you never know the location that you're gonna get when you set up your booth, and sometimes the ground can be a little bit slopey, like, you know, in a curve, and so you gotta be, you know, planning for that. And that kind of happened to me. My setup originally, I wanted to put one closet door in one side and another one in the other side, and I ended up having to put them both in the side that was kind of inclined a little, but that worked fine. Another thing that I wanted to tell you is that you should, if this is your first big show, you should probably think of somebody you can share it with. I happen to be very lucky. I have a very good friend that I met online in one of my networks that I started at, and I met her, and we have been friends for almost 2 years. We have a lot in common. We kind of paint similar. She and I can totally tell, you know, our styles the little difference, but for other people they didn't, but that's okay. So that will cut your expenses in half, because sometimes big art shows can be you know, more expensive than just a small regular show. I mean, from $25 that you pay for a table in a small art show, you can go to $200, $250, sometimes even $400. So if the show allows it and you can split your booth with somebody else, that will be very helpful, and that was my case. I mean, it really worked fine. We get along great, and those are also things that you should consider when sharing a booth with somebody. Let's see, what else did I write down? Of course, bring snacks. Don't forget to bring your cash box with you, because you're gonna need that. There is ways to take credit cards. If you have a smartphone, you can have a software called Square that you can use. I don't use that. I do take checks, and I haven't had any problem with that. But that's something that you should also consider and have in mind. About pricing your art. Well, I will tell you that I create relatively quickly and all year long. And I'm sorry, I'm doing laundry, so you can probably hear that in the background. Anyway, I was saying that on pricing, I normally don't price sky high pricing, because, well, for once, the economy. Second of all, I price my items according to what I'm feeling at the moment. I mean, there's things that I have made that I keep for a year, even sometimes more, until I am ready to let go. And so that's something to consider about when you're pricing something. I like to do original artwork, even though I have influence by Susie Blue, who I adore. If you don't know her, you need to check her out, Susie Blue. And I have, like, I still, when I have learned many things from other artists, I still like to create my own, and that's definitely something that you need to consider when you're pricing an item. And pretty much that's, I guess, all I can tell you about pricing right now. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to tell you, many of the books that I have read about pricing your crafts, they always say not to use, not to, I mean, you can't pay yourself the hours that you put into an item, because sometimes it could take you 2 days or 3 days or a week. I mean, I have paintings that I have worked on in a year, because I will be like there's something that I'm not liking, and I keep it and I keep it, and then something comes up that I want to add on or fix. And so timing could not be a factor when you're pricing your items, because I mean, let's face it, if you take 2 days and you pay yourself what, I mean, anyway, it's up to you, of course, but that's one of the things that I have learned on my searching, and I just wanted to share that. Of course, clothing. I like to dress up. I always like to wear, like, you know, big skirts and funky stuff and flowers in my hair. But there's one thing that I always do: comfortable shoes. Because you're gonna be there standing up for 2 days, sometimes 3 or 4, and you want to be comfortable in your feet. I think I told you about bringing snacks, did I? Well, maybe I'm repeating myself. Be prepared to put on your big pretty face and big smile and talk, because that's what you're gonna be doing, talking to people that come in all the time. Let's see. I'm seeing that my battery's dying, so of course let your friends know that you're gonna be having a show. And let's see. Remember to bring like a little notebook that you can like write your notes, like things that you see around, because you are definitely going to get inspired by other booths and like other artists. Also have like a mailing list so you can get in touch with these people. Have business cards. This is not a big thing. You can either bring your own, or like there's places like Vistaprint that they actually let you have $250 for free, and you just pay the shipping. So have that. And I will tell you that it is really good to have a website when you're having art shows, because people want to see what you do, and it is nice that they can actually go online. A website, a blog, those things are very important for you to create your presence online. Of course, my last detail that I'm going to tell you is that it is very fun to do an art show. It is really fun to set up a booth, but these things take effort, and it is a lot of work, and you gotta have a lot of patience, because when it's time to go home and close shop, you're the one that had to set up, you are the one that set up, and you are the one that had to dismantle everything. So be patient, and be prepared to just sit and wait until it's your time to load everything back up into your car and go back home. So I hope this helps you, and of course, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, I'm always free and open for more advice and emails and video requests. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it and that you learn something. I see you soon. Bye.